Good morning and welcome to another Sunday session, and we're going to do some stretches, a little bit of a workout but not too strenuous today. And if you get time and if the weather really holds out, have a nice beautiful walk wherever you are, on the beach or in the woods. If you just go to the park, have a kickabout with the kids, football, stuff like that, and just get out and have some fresh air. Okay, so after you've done this, this is first. Okay, so we're going to start with cat stretches on your hands and knees. Knees hip bone distance, and just start to roll through the spine, lifting the heart up towards the ceiling. Let the head drop, just let it go. And then slowly push the tailbone back, look towards your fingers. And again, heart lifts between the shoulder blades, head drops. And then push away, look towards your fingers. Two more, rolling through, feel that rippling effect through the spine. Relax the toes. Heart drops towards the floor, looking in front of you. Let's do one more. And slowly release it. Tuck the toes under. I'm going to go into pike. Spread the fingers wide. Look towards your knees or towards your toes. Heels reach towards the floor. And come up onto your toes. Bend the knees halfway down. Push the sit bones towards the ceiling. And then the heels press back down towards the floor so the legs are straight. Looking towards your knees. Shoulders away from your ears. Opening up the back of the legs. Tailbone reaches for the ceiling. And then slowly start to shift the weight forward. Bring one leg through. Grab it if you need to. Hands at either side. On one side, sorry, of the leg, of the foot. On the inside of the foot. Oh, get my words out in a minute. Push through the heel of that back leg. If that's uncomfortable, bring the knee down towards the floor of that back leg. Shoulders away from the ears, lengthen through the crown of the head. Making sure that knee is just above the ankle. Bring the hand on the outside of that foot. Take that foot back. Come back into pike. Heels towards the floor. Sit bones towards the ceiling. And then slowly start to come forward. Bring the other leg through. Grab it if you need to. Hands on one side of the foot, on the inside of the foot. Get your hair out of your face. Push the heel, push through the heel of that back leg. And again, bring the knee down if that's uncomfortable. You feel that stretch from the top of the thigh. Opening up the back of the leg as well. Lengthening through the crown of the head. Ears away, shoulders away from the ears. Oh. And then bring that knee down. Bring the other leg back. Roll over onto your side and onto your elbow. Feet and knees are stacked. Lengthen through the crown of the head, and we're going to do 8 side bends. If you wish, straight legs, top leg in front. Okay, lifting the bottom hip up, take the arm up towards the ceiling, reach over, coming back down. And again, lift. Now if you want to coordinate the breathing as well, inhale as you lift, and exhale, come back down. So as soon as your hips touch the mat, come straight back up again. So you're not resting, they keep working. I think we've got 3 more to do, keeping that shoulder back as much as you can. Rest if you need to, especially if you do feel it in your shoulders. Last one. Hold it steady, hand up towards the ceiling, look up towards your fingers, lift those hips. And release it down. Keeping on that side, you might want a block or a towel underneath the head, and reaching the arms a long way in front of you so they're in line with your shoulders. Feet and knees are bent. Now imagine you've got, if you've got one of those squishy balls, or if you've got a roll up towel nearby, or if you've got that tennis ball you used the other day, squeeze that between the knees and don't let go. The hips will stay facing forward. Okay, so your top arm, reach it forward and then take it up towards the ceiling, watch it go. So your head's going to turn with your hands. Keep the eye in your hand in your vision. I really can't get my words out today. Come back up towards the ceiling and bring it back. So you'll notice that my knees aren't moving. My hip isn't coming with me. I'm turning from the rib cage upwards. So we're increasing our thoracic mobility, which are the 12 vertebrae from just above the navel going up to the base of the neck. Get a nice stretch in the pecs as well. Just go as far as you can go that you can control it with those hips. Doesn't matter if you can't touch the floor, you will if you do this enough. Okay, we can do one more. Hold it here, let the weight of the arm just release, and then take the arm overhead, reach for the wall behind you, bring it down and around from where you started, then down to the hip, take it around again. Oh, hello to the water bottle I've just knocked over. So you're drawing a big circle, and do 3 in this direction, taking it back to where you started, holding it steady there, and then bring the hand back down and around, squeezing that towel or that ball between your knees. Don't forget that. Last one. Take it back to where you started and then bring it back. Lovely. Release the towel or whatever it is you've got between your knees. Release the block. Roll over onto your front and onto your elbows. Adjust your t-shirt and your hair. Okay, so now think about where your heart is. Lift your heart up towards the ceiling so you feel your shoulder blades as if they're wrapping around you. And now drop the heart down towards the floor so the body sinks between the shoulders. And then again lift the heart towards the ceiling. And then let it drop down so the pelvic bone stays on the mat, the legs are lengthened, heart comes back up towards the ceiling, you feel the shoulders wrapping around you, and then you drop the heart towards the floor and the shoulder blades feel like they're coming together. And again lift, and release, and again lift, and release. We can do 2 more. Keeping the length in the crown of the head so you're not looking too far upwards in front of you. There's no pressure on the back of the neck. Do you know what? I'm going to do one more. Always like to add one. And then hands flat on the floor, come back into child's pose. Feet together, knees away, arms reaching out in front. Make little fists and put your thumbs towards the ceiling. Let the head rest. Use the towel if you want to rest your forehead on if you can't quite reach the floor. Lift one arm up off the floor, bring it back down, change sides. And do 4 on this in front. So it's 4 on each side. And then take the arms out slightly, so you're like a letter Y, lifting and lowering, 4 on each side, bringing the shoulder blades down the back. Last one, on each side. And then take the arms out so they're in line with your shoulders like a letter T, lifting each side 4 times. Last one on each side. thumbs towards the ceiling, don't let them roll inwards. And then bring your hands in and roll yourself up. Coming over onto the other side. Placing that towel or that ball between your knees. My block, luckily I've got two. Reach the arms forward. Okay, I'm going to move slightly because I'm going to hit that wall otherwise. Okay, lift the arm up towards the ceiling, watch it go. Bring the arm back and then come back up and over. And again, reach. Making sure that hip faces forward and towards the floor. Watch the hand go. So I'm hitting the wall here, so I'm not giving my full range. Let me move a little bit more. Lovely. So if you imagine that top hip, a bit like a tent, it's got one of those guy wires is the one I'm looking for, attached to your hip bone, and it's pulling you down towards the floor. You can't pull away from it. It'll make it a little bit harder for you to turn, which is what we want, because you'll find that one side is a bit tighter than the other. Let's do one more. And we're going to hold it there. And then start to take the arm overhead, reaching it down and around, skimming it just above the other leg and circling it back and around. Last time. Bring it back to where it started and then take it back, reverse it around, drawing that circle above the head, all the way around. Keep squeezing that towel between your knees. There's your last one, holding it steady. And lift it back up towards the ceiling. Release. Roll over onto your back. Down the way. Feet and knees in together. Pick up one at a time. Squeeze the knees, arms out slightly. Drop the knees to one side, turn the head in the opposite direction. And come back and change sides. And change. Keeping the shoulders down on the floor, suck them back into the mat. And switch. Last one on each side. And then come back to centre. Hands pressed down into the mat. Keep the back of the head down. And start to bring your knees towards your chest as you lift the tailbone off the floor. Into a reverse curl. Exhale. And inhale. And do 6 in total. Last one. And back into your spine twist, dropping the knees to one side, head turns in the opposite direction. Come back to centre and change sides. Doing 3 in each direction. Last one. Come back to centre, back to those reverse curls. Going for 6. Last one. And allow your feet to come to the floor. Stretch them out long, stretch the arms overhead. Reach along with the right arm and the left leg. And reach along with the left arm and the right leg. Slide the shoulders down, slide your ribs down, And lift the arms back up towards the ceiling. Hug your right knee in towards your chest. Take the hands to the floor, straighten the leg, and bring it across you. And then, as long as you've gone as far as you can go, then start to lift the hip as you take it further. Come back to centre, take it away from you. As far as you can go, and then allow the hip to move slightly, and then come back to centre and take it across you. And again away. So go move as much as you can before you start to involve the pelvis. So we're increasing the mobility in the hip at the same time. Shoulders stay back and down. Tuck the chin in very slightly to keep a long neck. Use a towel behind your head if you need to, especially if you're looking back. Two more on each side. Last one. And then come back to your centre position. Flex the foot, grab hold of the thigh and start to bring it towards you. Drop the chin towards the chest. And just breathe. Bend the knee and then circle the foot around in one direction without moving the knee. Think about circling from the heel. Hold onto the thigh if the leg starts to ache. So doing about 5 to 10 circles and then reverse it. Come back the other way. And then flex the foot. Point it away. Rather than pointing the toes, you point it away, open up the front of the foot. And again, flex and point. Doing about 10 repetitions. Last one. Hold it in the flex position and just wave the leg from side to side. Wave the foot from side to side, up the leg. As if you're sweeping the floor with the bottom of your foot. The movement again coming from your ankle. And about 10 repetitions. And then let it go. Bring the outer leg in. And then take it up towards the ceiling and take it away from you. Come back up and take it across. Again, taking it away, use all the mobility that you have in that hip before you start to move the pelvis a little bit. Coming back in and taking it across. Shoulders stay down, pin the shoulders back. Got 3 more to go. Last 2. And last 1. And then come back to centre and bend the knee. Circle the foot around in one direction. 5 to 10 repetitions. And reverse, making sure that knee stays quite still. Circling from the ankle. Think about the heel drawing a circle on the wall. And then flex and point. Last one. Hold it in that flex position. Start to wave from side to side. And forget about your head position, making sure the chin is gently tucked in. Looking behind you. Relax your breathing. Focus on breathing into your lower abdominals. And we've done about 10 repetitions. Relax the leg, feet flat on the floor. Bring the feet and the knees together, drop them to one side, turn the head in the other direction. I can stop talking in a minute. come back to centre and change sides. That's such a nice release. And come back to centre and place your hands on your lower abdominals, just below the navel, and breathe into your hands. Push your abdominals into your hands as you breathe in. And as you exhale, your abdominals relax and come away from your hands. And again, breathing in, pushing to your hands, and exhale, release. Keep going like that. Just breathing into the hands. Now start to slow the breathing down, about 5 to 6 counts to breathe in, and about 8 counts to breathe out. Drop your knees to one side, take the hands with you, rolling yourself over, and when you're ready, use your hands to push yourself up, coming up into that seated position. Just if you feel comfortable, come into a kneeling position. Let the hands rest by your side, lift the hands then up towards the ceiling and watch them go, and then push away. One hand to the floor, the other hand reaches overhead for a side stretch. Pushing the sit bones into the floor, soften the elbows. Come back up, other side, reach. Sit bones push into the floor. And come back up, lift the hands both back up towards the ceiling. Together into the prayer position, take a deep breath in. And exhale, bring the hands down towards the chest. The hands just rest here for a moment. The thumbs are just by your heart. Maybe you can just hear that heartbeat through your hands. Keeping the length through the crown of your head, drop the shoulders down. Slide them together slightly. And then relax your hands to your thighs. If your eyes are closed, slowly start to open them and just feel yourself coming back into the room. Well done, thank you for joining me this morning. Hope you enjoyed your stretching. If you get a chance, you can maybe practice it again at the end of the day. Take care. Have a wonderful day.